Thanks for joining us for News 5. I'm Rebecca Pepin. Tonight, a political controversy is brewing just 1 week into the race for who will take over Bill Carrico's Senate seat. Carrico announced just 30 minutes after the deadline to file that he wasn't running. But he apparently told Delegate Todd Perhne days before. Candidate Ken Heath, who is the executive director of community and economic development in Marion, Virginia, found out at the last minute and filed 2 minutes before the deadline. Now, News 5's Caleb Perhne is sitting down with Carrico and Heath to find out more about this heated battle.
He let a Eastern Virginia pompous radio show host make insinuations.
Virginia Senator Bill Carrico now fighting back after Senate candidate Ken Heath appeared on a Washington, D.C. radio show. The host accused Carrico of trying to rig the election in favor of his friend Todd Perhne.
Ken, you foiled their master diabolical plan. What happened? Walk us through the whole thing, Ken.
Carrico gave Perhne a heads up about his retirement and then waited to announce it until after the deadline to run.
I wasn't required by law or anything to tell anybody I was retiring.
Candidate Ken Heath says he wasn't trying to attack Carrico, even though he posted the segment and said nothing as the host continued the attack.
No matter how much mud hits me, I'm not going to even stick my toe in the hog pen. I'm just not interested in doing that.
Heath says he was only going to run if Carrico was not.
The guys we had were doing a good job for Southwestern Virginia. Worked with them on several projects and wouldn't dare challenge them.
If he says it was such a secret, how did he find out? He found out because I told people on Friday I wasn't running.
Who did Carrico tell? He says family, friends, Senate leadership, his staff, and Todd Perhne.
Did that give him an unfair advantage in running?
No, because he had 9 days to file that paperwork.
Heath did get that paperwork in just 2 minutes before the deadline, but he says others should have had the same heads up Perhne got.
He had the opportunity to put the paperwork in and more time to consider it. I'd like to have had that.
Caleb Perhne, News 5, WCYB.
We reached out to Todd Perhne for comment, but he was unavailable. The mass meeting to decide the Republican nominee for this race is set for April 25th in Gate City. Meanwhile, Russell County Board of Supervisors member David Eaton announced he will run for the 4th district seat of the Virginia House of Delegates that Todd Perhne will be vacating to run for Carrico's Senate seat. He's the owner of Cable Plus Incorporated and is a former coal miner and a farmer. At least one other person who has announced their candidacy for the 4th district seat include William Wampler III, a Southwest Virginia native, and the third in a line of Virginia Republicans seeking to represent this part of the